Hi everyone. Okay, the beautiful game of life. During this amazing, unique experience of the coronavirus. So, what I want to ask you is, what emotion has been coming up lately? Or just today? Just observe what emotion came up. And remember that our higher self, or our guides, the light being up there, light beings, remember that they know when to send us these experiences, because they know that we are ready to transform the emotion to peace. But of course, we have the free will to choose to either stay stuck in it or to observe it and see since when that emotion started. When we were young, maybe. And if so, go talk to your inner child. A funny way, but a good way to do is close your eyes. Just stand in front of your little you and talk to him, talk to her. And try to show your inner child how things are always perfectly aligned. Every experiences we have received are always perfectly aligned to help the soul evolve. And the more we reach higher vibrations, the more it is easy to perceive life that way. So talk to your inner child. And something that really helped me was to intentionally just blow. You can do it physically or just with your intention. Blow a beautiful, bright, white light on the situation when you were young or now. Bring peace into that moment where you felt emotional. Because that emotion keeps repeating itself again and again throughout your life, through different experiences, different situations, and will keep on happening, resurfacing, because it is not transformed to peace. The planet is changing, it's shifting, the energy shifting, where it's reaching higher vibrational frequency. And that energy is really, really intense. And we are all exposed to it, that we want it or not. And in order for the energy to flow through our bodies, we must peel off layers that no longer serves us, like an onion, peeling off layers. By transforming the emotions to peace, all emotions to peace. But we don't have to, be in our mind and analyze, okay, what's not to peace inside of me? No. There's nothing to control with the mind. We just have to welcome the experiences coming our way. Welcome the waves of changes coming our way. Because they are created for us. So don't fight with them. Don't try to control them with the mind. Stop standing in the way of your own higher self. Stop standing in the way by blocking the flow with your emotions. Be the observer of the scenery. Observe that it's all created for you. So pull yourself out of the emotion if you feel stuck in one. Pull yourself out. The energy is more and more intense, and we feel it, especially the empath. Lately I feel my ears again. It did happen in the past, but it's more now. I feel some, like every sound is very, very, not vivid, but very clear. And when my kids were here, they were just talking normally, but maybe being excited at some point. It's like, wow, this is amazing. This shift happening in the body. Okay, and to come back to the emotions, like this energy wants to come, not wants to, but it has to come through our body. And if the energy is blocked by emotions, that energy will be too intense in our heads, where we will find ourselves with racing thoughts, just never stopping. Go, we gotta do this, that, being distracted by the internet, the social media. And I'm not saying it's not okay to be on social media, because it's a way to connect. We can raise vibrations with the help of social media. But when you find that you're too much on it, and you find, whoa, okay, now I don't feel aligned, I should just come out. So do it and respect what you feel. And in order to do that, you must be the observer of the game of life. You must observe the reality of what is happening, the reality of what is hiding behind the scenery. Those lower vibrational influences who are trying to keep us distracted, so that we don't work on ourselves. We are just watching an episode after another and after another on Netflix, and we end up going to bed super late, when the best thing to do is to take care of your body. Because when you go to bed at a reasonable time, before 11, whatever, you will probably wake up around 3 or 4 and feel a very strong connection with your higher self, or the universe, the spirits, your guide. And those moments are precious. We are very connected at that time during the night. And you may receive messages. Keep a notepad and a pen on the side of your bed and write down whatever they tell you, because in the morning you might forget. So take care of yourself. Try to observe the scenery and the lower vibrational influence who are playing their role behind the scenery, trying to keep us distracted from being aligned, from working on ourselves and seeing what needs to be brought to peace that's repressed in here, in our bellies. So, okay, let me put this up there. I've been wanting to share this for so long to the public. I do it on one-on-one sessions all the time. I share so much. But now I'm guided to share to larger groups of people. So I'm doing this now, this one. So the lower vibrational influence, when I say that, it is entities. I don't have to say the name, which one and whatever, because there's different kinds. But in the end, it is all perfect. Just remember that. Because it's helping us evolve. The role they play in our life is unconsciously helping us evolve, if we can observe it. Because if we're not observing it and we're not open to the concept that they exist, well, we will most likely be controlled by them. So their role, what they do, is that they attach themselves to our energy field. And you may feel the attachment here in the heart chakra or between the shoulder blades, okay? And what they do is that they attach themselves there and they block the energy from flowing down, because they know that when the energy flows down, we are in our power, our energetic power. Between the perineum and the ovaries, this is our power. Energy here is really far from the head. And so when the energy is here, we can see things with clarity without asking too many questions. The mind is controlled by these entities. They are having fun with it if we respond. They play with us like puppets, and they love to feed from our beautiful lights, our beautiful energy. So they keep the energy here blocked all up into our heads. And when we get stuck in an emotion, they will, of course, amplify it by playing with our mind. They are literally putting words in our mind. And when we get stuck in an emotion, they're having a little party inside, feeding from our light. They're loving it. And that's how they empower themselves. That's how we empower them. But when we start observing this reality, we slowly start to reclaim our power, because we don't want to feed them. And another thing that became very clear along the way of my awakening, and from receiving all these experiences of entities and lower vibrational influences, is that they will play with the mind, and if we grip onto that emotion, if we respond to that emotion, they will come and attach themselves. Like they will come in the body. So it's funny because I was copying a text that I sent to a friend, and then as I pasted it, it was all over the place. Like this paragraph was here and there, and like, oh my God. And at some point I was like, wow, what's happening? And I knew I'm an observer, so I know that there's a reason for it. So maybe I wasn't supposed to send this thing at all. But anyways, all that to say that words came through my mouth without even being really upset. I was just like starting to feel like, okay, maybe it's time to not send it, or I'll do it later. But the words came through my mouth in an energy more intense than my emotional state I was in. It was just funny. And those words are words that I never say. There was the F word in there. And I started to laugh. Like, I said, what did I just say there? As I'm still, working on the text. What did I just say? And right, like maybe 3-4 seconds after, I felt this thing coming into between my shoulder blade, like, and then I started to laugh. That wasn't like a long time ago. I started to laugh because I said, okay, thank you, I get it, you got me. But the thing is, yeah, they got me, but the thing beyond that was the lesson that they brought to me to show me that they play with the mind before attaching themselves to us. So that proved me that, wow, okay, this is really what it is. So, okay, now I can share this, and so people can know. So yeah, it was really interesting. So right after that, I was like, I was in such a good state because I knew that this was a beautiful, beautiful lesson. And so I just started clear of my energy, ground, and then to release it from my energy field, my body. So it's really interesting. So to come back to I have so many things I want to say. Okay, to come back to the energy of the planet that's shifting, that we are all exposed to, this intense energy coming through. We have the choice to either stay stuck in our emotions or transform them to peace. But if you choose to stay stuck in them, because some of us are more controlled than others by these lower vibrational influences, entities. And that's unconscious. People don't know until they know. And then if you choose, if they are more controlled by these lower vibrational influences, it will be harder for them because the ego is stronger. It empowers. The more you respond to them, the more they play with you like a puppet and you respond, the more they get empowered in our body. And wow, I could elaborate on this so much, because you can see it physically, you can see it in the mind, in the words, in the voice. I see it in so many different ways in people. And I love to share the reality of what it is that they are experimenting in their lives, so that they can free themselves and shine their lights. So those people who are more controlled, who have empowered a lower vibrational entity in their body, it will be harder for them to look within and heal whatever needs to be brought to peace, whatever emotion needs to be brought to peace. But in the end, the best thing to do, well, I should rephrase that, we have no choice to bring things to peace. Because if we don't, you will start seeing, if we don't align ourselves with the light, okay, with what needs to be done right now, because it's needed now. And this is why this beautiful experience of the virus came. It came for us, that your mind wants to believe it or not, it's there for us to wake up. So if you don't align with your light, with what, freeing yourself from these emotions, from these entities that are playing with you like a puppet, if your ego is stronger and keeps this wall built all around you, stopping you from looking within and blaming everyone else or whatever the pattern is for the person's experience, the person will see that the events in his or her life will not be pleasant. It will be less and less pleasant. Nothing will be fun anymore. It will just, but it's like kind of a wake-up call. You know, when we hear that people have to hit the bottom to wake up, well, sometimes this is what is needed. So everybody will go on their own pace, on their own, with their own rhythm, but we are all pushed to wake up now from the illusion that we've been brought up in since we're young. So there's something beyond what the mind wants to believe that's happening on the planet. There's something in the universe that is happening right now, and we need to wake up. We just need to wake up now. So that's why this experience of the virus is allowing us to tune in. Ask yourself, what have you done so far in this life, in past lives? What have you done, and what is not resonating in what you're doing? You know what? A little example. You know, when people were buying toilet paper, this scenery, and then you see some other people reacting and judging them, like treating them many different things, many different words, and laughing. It's okay to laugh. It's okay to joke around with things, but with compassion. But you know, when you find yourself being in a state of judgment, which is absolutely, and don't feel guilty if you do. We're humans. We were brought up in that. Judgments. Judging ourselves, judging others. That's part of what we learned, well, most of us. And so if you see just that example of the toilet paper, laughing at those people, try to elevate yourself and see it from above, the whole scenery, that what they are doing is human. And what they are doing simply comes from lower vibrational frequencies. That reaction is a reaction of fear. And fear comes from low vibrations. It's all controlled by these influences, these entities. Entities always been part of this world. It's not because we talk about it that we must be afraid. They've always been there. But the more we are open to the concept of the reality of their existence, the more we free ourselves. Observe the beautiful game of life. So have compassion and see, and you know, when you find yourself judging, tune in right when it happens. Tune in and say, oh yeah, okay, that's not resonating with the heart, with the light. So, and like I said, don't feel guilty. Don't be ashamed. Take a good laugh at yourself. Allow yourself to open up and break the wall that's stopping you from looking good. And you know, no, I'm okay. I don't do this stuff. I'm okay. I'm, you know, or pushing away all that's repressed inside of you onto others. Laugh at yourself and learn from that experience and try not to repeat it. Become better than you were, more aligned, with peace inside yourself. So whenever you find yourself being in a state of judgment, let's say someone walks by you and you're laughing at the way the person is dressed. Well, an example could, well, not an example, a situation in that example could be that the person is very relaxed, in a very relaxed state, and whatever the person is wearing, it doesn't matter to that person because he feels so good and he's not afraid of any judgments. So that person is basically free from that trap, which shows us that if I'm judging that person, maybe it's because I'm not allowing myself to be free. I'm stuck. I can't be free like that because I'm afraid of being judged. So if you can't be free, why can't you? It's those little ones, little influences playing with you like a puppet, controlling you in the frame, the illusional frame of life, that you must be in a certain way. You know, you must act certain ways that are accepted by people around you. But that's a trap. Be you. Be who you are. All that you are. During this time, we must keep our vibration elevated, We don't want to be stuck on these low vibrations with emotions. Every actions you take, every words you say, and every thought you have are going to define the vibration, your state, the state you're vibrating in. So whenever you find the words not resonating, with your heart, press pause and just realign yourself and repeat them in a positive way. And it's by doing these small steps that we free ourselves from the low vibrations, from being under the control of these lower vibrations. In my previous video of the distractions of the lower vibrational, I said, I think the title was the distractions of the entities during meditation and during naps. I was talking vaguely about the entities, but now since I'm opening this subject, the reason why we experience distractions while we are tuning in, while we are in silent mode, meditating or resting on the couch, anywhere. The reason is that as we bring the energy down to our power, the entities lose their power, so you will hear them popping out, cracks in the wall or different sounds around you, showing you a good sign that you're doing a good job. So keep on doing what you're doing. Tune in, work on yourself. And the more you hear those sounds, the more you're aligning yourself with the light. This energy that's coming through you, if it's blocked, your body will talk to you with different issues, pain, sickness. When you are sick, do not focus on the sickness. Listen to what your body is trying to tell you instead. Yes, you may have to take care of your body because of the sickness in different ways that you may be guided to do. But hear the message. Listen to the message because it's telling you exactly what needs to be brought to peace inside of you. And most of the time when the body reacts with a sickness, it's because something that is repressed since a long time. And we cannot be exposed to these intense vibration of the planet with this heavy luggage, emotional luggage inside our bodies. We have to peel it off to be lighter, to reach these higher frequencies. So listen to your body. Listen to what it says. If you feel pain in your shoulders or your neck, it could be related to your expression. So many things. If you have problems in the lower part of your body, it's related to fears, different things. Look it up online. Spiritual meaning of a strep throat, anything. Let's do a little meditation together. choose to lay down on your back or sit. Be comfortable. Observe your body. Relax all tension. Relax your eyes, your eyebrow. Breathe in through your nose during 5 seconds. Keep it in for 5 seconds. Exhale through your nose, 5 seconds. Keep it there, 5 seconds. Again. One more time. Now focus on your root chakra, where the perineum is. Focus on the red color, expanding in your hips. Come up to the sacral chakra, the second chakra, below your navel. Focus on the orange color. Expanding. Now to your solar plexus. The yellow color expanding. Now your heart chakra. The green color expanding. Throat chakra with the blue expanding. Your third eye chakra, forehead, with the indigo color expanding. And your crown chakra, the violet expanding. Now imagine a beautiful flow of energy flecks of purple coming down through your crown chakra. Through your third eye chakra. Your throat chakra expanding to your shoulders, coming down your arms all the way to your hands, that it will come down through your body. From your heart, your throat chakra to your heart chakra, where it's expanding. This beautiful white light with flecks of purple. Release all muscles, all tension in your body, your belly. From your heart chakra to the solar plexus. From your solar plexus to the sacral chakra. Sacral chakra to your root chakra, expanding to your hips. Coming down your legs to your knees. This beautiful white, bright light with flecks of purple. It's expanding from your head down your body, releasing all that no longer serves you. Slowly from your knees to your feet. From your feet the roots are coming out of your feet, all the way down to the core of the earth. Where you are anchored, you're grounded in Gaia. Mother Earth sends you a beautiful energy that comes through your feet, all the way up to your crown chakra and out, up to the source, to the universe. And from the source, from the universe, it comes back down through your body, all the way to your feet and to the core of the earth. That energy is flowing up and down, releasing all that no longer serves you. It's flowing up and down. And it's flowing up and down so fast. becomes a vibration. You are in a column of vibrational light. Buzzing. Feel that light vibrating inside and all around you, releasing all that no longer serves you. You may start feeling air coming out of your body, burping. It's a really good sign. You may also find yourself yawning because your heart chakra is expanding. It's a good sign. You may feel bubbles in your belly, showing that the energy is flowing down. I suggest you to stay in that position as long as you feel it. Thank you for being there. Stay strong